Storm brews in Bangladesh over the arrest of Hindu monk and activist Chinmoy Krishna Das. This is a story of justice denied, minority persecution, and international outrage. The arrest and continued detention of Chinmoy Krishna Das, who is accused of sedition for raising a saffron flag above Bangladesh's national flag. Das's case has ignited fierce protests, legal battles, and international attention. Is this a fight for minority rights or a test of national unity? And in all this, where does the Yunus administration stand? Hello and welcome. You're watching Statecraft with me, Geeta Mohan. On November 25, 2024, Chinmoy Krishna Das, a prominent Hindu monk and former ISKCON leader in Bangladesh, was arrested at Dhaka's Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport. His crime? Allegedly hoisting a saffron flag above Bangladesh's national flag at a rally, an act branded as sedition. Das's arrest came amidst rising tensions following the ousting of Sheikh Hasina's government and growing violence against minorities. The charge sheet includes allegations from fundamentalist group Hifazat-e-Islam and names over 500 people. Das, a vocal advocate for minority rights, now faces sedition charges that could lead to life imprisonment. Fast forward to January 2, 2025. Das's bail plea rejected by Chattogram Metropolitan Sessions Judge Muhammad Islam after a high-profile 30-minute hearing. A legal team of 11 Supreme Court lawyers argued his case, but the court ruled that ongoing investigations left no room for bail.
রাষ্ট্রপক্ষে শুনানি আনতে বলেছে যেহেতু এটা রাষ্ট্রদ্রোহী মামলা, যেহেতু এটার লাইফ ইমপ্রিজনমেন্ট, যেহেতু মামলা তদন্তাধীন, সেহেতু এই মুহূর্তে ওনার যে কার্যক্রমের গুণাগুণ বিচার করার কোনো সম্ভাবনা নাই। সুতরাং জামিনের আবেদন শুনানি আনতে মাননীয় আদালত নাকচ করেছেন, অর্থাৎ নামঞ্জুর করেছেন।
Since Sheikh Hasina's government fell last August, Bangladesh's Hindu minority, just 8% of the population, has faced relentless violence. Reports suggest thousands of attacks across more than 50 districts targeting temples, homes, and businesses. The interim government, led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus, has downplayed the scale of these attacks, calling them exaggerated. But international human rights organizations disagree, pointing to a systemic failure to protect minorities in Bangladesh. Das's legal team, led by Apurva Kumar Bhattacharjee, plans to appeal to Bangladesh's High Court. Joining me now in an exclusive conversation on Statecraft is Apurva Kumar Bhattacharjee. He's the lawyer representing Chinmoy Krishna Das. Thank you so much for joining us here on India Today Global. Mr. Bhattacharjee, if I could begin with the first question. What are the next steps? How hopeful are you that Chinmoy Krishna Das will indeed get bail?
We are 11 lawyers went to Chittagong Metropolitan Session Judge. We heard a bail petition on behalf of Chinmoy Krishna Das Brahmachari Prabhu. We argued there is no integration, no incident, no any. We are there is no elegant about against the Chinmoy Krishna Das. There is false fabrication and fully setting. There is no any allegation about setting. It is completely false.
You're saying there's no evidence against him.
No evidence. No evidence yet now.
Okay.
Yet now, no evidence against him. So he get bail.
Okay. But the judge was very clear that he cannot get bail on the basis of the allegations that have been, or the charges that have been leveled against him. Why are you hopeful that he'll get bail?
There is no privacy case against him. No privacy case against him yet now. So he will get bail. uh, but the court only says rejected.
Why?
We argued section Bangladesh Penal Code 124A, 120B, 153A. One, it, it's this section against him fully illegal because Bangladesh Criminal Procedure Code 196 196 must be sanctioned from government. There is no sanction before lost FIR, first information report. Any private person, any private person against lost any FIR, not.
So nobody lodged an FIR. Then where is the case coming from?
But in this time, against him, Chinmoy Krishna, no privacy case against him. Now, in this time, he get to bail. We argued.
So you're confident that he will get bail? You're confident he will get bail?
We are now we are upper high court. High court.
You're appealing to the High Court. Okay.
Within short time, when we get certified copy.
Okay. So once you get the certified copy from this from the Chattogram court, you are going to appeal to the High Court.
Yeah.
Well, that is just a part of the interview I did with Mr. Bhattacharjee. You can watch the full interview in the link provided in the description of this YouTube video. While for now there is a battery of 11 Supreme Court lawyers representing Chinmoy Krishna Das, the fact is that his original lawyer, the senior lawyer from Bangladesh, Rabindra Ghosh, has taken ill. He's in a hospital in Kolkata in India. But what he had said was that he will continue to fight for justice, and that justice, he said, would indeed prevail. Ghosh also raised concerns about the judiciary's independence in cases involving sensitive political or religious issues. And this isn't the first time Bangladesh's legal system has come under scrutiny. Critics argue that cases like these reflect deeper systemic issues, with minority groups often bearing the brunt of political power struggles. Following the Jan 2nd bail rejection, hundreds of Das's supporters clashed with police in Chattogram. Tear gas and sound grenades were deployed to disperse the crowd. Meanwhile, chants of Allahu Akbar could be heard outside the court. This because lawyers had come out in protest at Chittagong court against those involved in the murder of Advocate Alif, who died in clashes the last time around when Chinmoy Das was presented in court following his arrest.
Well, I think it's very sad, it's tragic, it's a travesty of justice that Chinmoy Krishna Brahmachari has been once again denied bail. And, even the reason for his arrest, they've charged him with a very serious charge of sedition, but there's no evidence that had been given. They're talking about some rally on October 25th, and that the flag of ISKCON, or the flag of his organization, the Sammilit Sanatani Jagran Jyot, that was higher than but there's no evidence to show that. There is no visuals, nothing. And then a case on this was filed in the Chattogram court, and Chinmoy Krishna Das was arrested at Dhaka airport and then taken to Chattogram. And at that time there was, bail was denied, and which was very unusual. And there was a huge clash between the lawyers and the supporters of Chinmoy Krishna Das in the Chattogram court, and a lawyer died in that. So at the moment, it's not even known about that, because at that time, the interim regime led by Professor Muhammad Yunus, he didn't even talk about the case of Chinmoy Krishna Das. He just spoke about the lawyer who had died, and that's all that he was expressing his concern about. So it is very tragic and very unfortunate, and against all the canons of national justice, all the canons of humanitarian aspects, that what is happening in Bangladesh today with the minorities is really beyond belief. It is really goes beyond any norms in any country or even global norms that are there. Because, they're not allowing them to hold their meetings. Chinmoy Krishna was rallying them around. The minorities, Hindu, Buddhists and Christians, are determined to stay on in Bangladesh. They're saying this is our country, we want our rights. They have made an 8-point demand. But the government, the regime, is not even talking about all of that. It's not talking about the violence against the minorities, not talking about the atrocities, not talking about the 8-point demand, not reacting to the 8-point demand, and really pretending that nothing has happened. So when this Muslim lawyer was killed, nobody even today knows, was he a lawyer for Chinmoy Krishna Das? Was he another, just a bystander? And a committee was appointed to look into that, look into what had happened on that day, and the lawyer had died. And this committee has now resigned. And they said it's too sensitive an issue, we resigned. So actually it is so murky, it is so, against any of the norms of justice.
This no longer is a case of sedition. It's no longer a case of whether if Chinmoy Das was indeed involved in an incident that could question his patriotism, his allegiance to his country and his flag. It is now to do with the sectarian strife, the religious strife within Bangladesh, the Hindu-Muslim battle that now is brewing within that country. The unrest has spread to major cities including Dhaka and Sylhet as calls for Das's release now grow louder. Social media has amplified the movement with videos of police clashes and protest marches going viral worldwide. These protests have also fueled a counter-campaign by Islamist groups demanding a ban on ISKCON, labeling it a threat to national unity. 42 days in custody and counting. Das's supporters say his health is failing. His legal team warns that prolonged detention could turn a legal battle into a humanitarian crisis. Diagnosed with diabetes and respiratory issues, his lawyers argue that his prolonged detention is inhumane. They also allege that Das has been denied adequate medical care. These allegations have added fuel to fire, with supporters accusing authorities of deliberate neglect. Chinmoy Krishna Das isn't just a monk, he is now a symbol, a voice for Bangladesh's 8% Hindu population, a population that faces systemic challenges despite constitutional promises of equality. Seeing the situation unfolding in Bangladesh, India has also weighed in, calling for a fair and transparent trial for Chinmoy Krishna Das.
India has consistently and strongly raised with the Bangladesh government the threats and targeted attacks on Hindus and other minorities. Our position on the matter is very clear. The interim government must live up to its responsibility of protecting all minorities. We are concerned at the surge of extremist rhetoric, increasing incidents of violence and provocation. These developments cannot be dismissed only as media exaggerations. We once again call upon Bangladesh to take all steps for the protection of minorities. You also asked a question regarding ISKCON. We see ISKCON as a globally well-regarded organization with a strong record of social service. As far as the question of the arrest of Sri Chinmoy Das is concerned, we had made a statement on that. And it is our expectation that cases against individuals, as far as they are concerned, these legal processes are underway, and we hope and we expect that these processes will be dealt in a fair, just and transparent manner, ensuring full respect of their legal rights of these individuals and all those who are concerned.
ISKCON and other Hindu groups have demanded international intervention to ensure Das's safety and justice. Meanwhile, ISKCON Kolkata has organized prayer vigils urging the Bangladesh government to act humanely. This case is not just about one man. It's a test of Bangladesh's commitment to minority rights and judicial fairness. The controversy has also caught global attention. Human rights activists, including Amnesty International, have called for immediate action. Indian MPs have demanded stronger diplomatic pressure on Bangladesh to safeguard its minorities.
The kind of atrocities, the kind of anarchy that is being going across Bangladesh, and the silence of central government or the union government is adding to the speculation. The Prime Minister has always said about us, powerful government, 56-inch chest. Now we want to see the central government reply, or rather give a befitting reply in the language that perhaps Bangladesh understands. So who's stopping them? And from our party's perspective, we have made our stand absolutely clear from day one that it is a union subject, external or foreign affairs falls under the purview of union government. Whatever step the union government takes, Trinamool as a party will completely support the union government for the safety, security of every Indian. And we want them to reply to the people who are torturing us, showing us their red eye in a language they understand.
Bangladesh's history is rich with movements for equality and justice, but incidents like these reveal how much work still remains to be done. The interim government's credibility is at stake. Will they address these rising tensions or continue down this volatile path? The message is clear. What happens in Bangladesh won't stay in Bangladesh. Chinmoy Krishna Das's plight is a stark reminder of the fragile state of minority rights in South Asia. As we await further developments, the world watches closely, hoping for justice, fairness, and peace. Thank you for watching Statecraft.